When choosing a paint color, other than comparing it with your interior finishes, the most important part is comparing it to similar colors. I always do that with sampleized peel and stick because it's less expensive and less messy than sample pots, and they're made with real paint, so works for me. Now, we would naturally start with Dovetail because it's really like a lighter take on Gauntlet Gray. These two are often fighting for the same spot, whether it's exterior siding, cabinets, islands, front door, accent wall, or even entire rooms. People are loving on these two shades, and I can't say one's better than the other. It just depends on how much contrast you want. Like, let's see here. If you have white trim, like extra white, let's go right there. Like, which contrast do you like? Or if you have white cabinets, you want a dark island. That one really comes down to contrast. Now, when we compare it with Metropolis, which is crooked, and it'll drive me crazy. Metropolis is awesome, and it goes with a surprising amount of granites, especially some of those from like the early 2000s. You can see Metropolis is a bit lighter, but it's also a bit warmer. So whereas Gauntlet Gray is a warm gray, there are warmer ones. Metropolis almost dabbles in the taupe range, and it has a bit more of a violet undertone, which shows how subtle Gauntlet Gray really is in its approach. Now let's look at Benjamin Moore Asphalt, or probably Asphalt. Let's go with Asphalt. So Asphalt, it shows us what a more legitimately like stormy cool gray looks like, but one that doesn't really grab an overt blue, green, or violet undertone, which is quite rare, by the way. Check that out. So that shows us that super subtle muddy warmth in Gauntlet Gray. More often than not, Gauntlet Gray suits more finishes than a gray like this. More finishes prefer warmth over cool. If you're going to go cool, you almost want to pick up a gray with a good blue undertone. Lastly, Benjamin Moore Amherst Gray, which is so pretty. So comparing those two, Amherst Gray has a kind of stormy, very, very, very vague green undertone tucked in it. And it shows us that kind of muddy warmth in Gauntlet Gray. I would get these 5 samples, compare them all to each other, and see which ones best suit your interior finishes. Sometimes the color you love, your finishes don't agree with you, and you might end up changing your mind. In the next video, we're going to look at colors that coordinate with Gauntlet Gray, and I've got some gorgeous colors to share with you.